Hey guys, it's Blake here, and today we're going to be talking about organ donation. I hope y'all enjoy. Did you know that according to the Transplant Services in 2015, more than 118,000 people were in need for an organ transplant? When becoming an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and improve up to 50 lives just by donating eyes and tissues. Many people wonder what exactly organ donation is. Some may have never even heard about organ donation. Organ donation is when a person allows an organ of theirs to be removed, legally, either by consent while the donor is still alive or after death with the approval of the next kin. On the transparent side of receiving the organ, your doctor may guide you in the right direction in preparing your body to receive the transplanted organ. For example, a kidney transplant would require you to prepare your body for the organ through dialysis. The chemistry term of dialysis is the separation of particles in a liquid on the base of the differences in the ability to pass through a membrane. According to the medical terminology of dialysis, this is a clinical purification of blood through dialysis as a substitute for the normal function of the receiving organ. There are 7 different organ transplants in the U.S. according to the United Network for Organ Sharing, and according to the National Kidney Foundation, statistics show that every 14 minutes, someone is added to the waiting list to receive a kidney. Are you still feeling unsure about this amazing thing called organ donation? Now, yes, there are many pros and cons to organ donation. Some pros for organ donation I mentioned earlier, such as saving others' lives. Some cons could include your body rejecting the organ if you are the recipient. In result, this could cause you to wait longer for the perfect match, leaving you frustrated and feeling hopeless. For example, if you needed a kidney transplant while on dialysis, it can make you feel fatigued, leaving you tired and exhausted all the time. This is a more common side effect in people who've been on dialysis for a long period of time. When on dialysis, this can cause restrictions on your diet as well. The main purpose for dialysis is to clean out the toxins in your body to again prepare your body for the kidney you are receiving. Overall, this can cause stress and anxiety if things are not going as planned. Another con would include having to take the anti-rejection medication for the rest of your life. Okay, let's see. So upon research, I discovered a question that I had personally, which was, what is the most common transplant in the U.S.? According to the United Network for Organ Sharing, kidney transplants are the more common transplants, and the least common single organ transplant is the intestines. So why wouldn't you want to be an organ donor? Most donor organs come from deceased donors. So in 2015, over 25,000 people received organs at the age of 50 and 64. So I asked some members of my family what was some of their questions regarding donation, and this was the most popular question. How do they match the organ transplant with the recipient? So according to WebMD, receiving an organ can depend on many things, such as the recipient and the donator's blood type, the size of the organ needed, how long the recipient has been on the waiting list, which can last for several months, maybe even years, sickness or health, and also the distance between the donor and the recipient. It's very easy to have doubt when thinking about organ donation, and me being one of these people at a certain point in my life. It can seem like a scary thing, the thought of your organ being removed from your body. But when you have a family member needing another chance at life, like my dad, your perspective will change. In 2005, my dad's kidneys failed due to a hereditary syndrome called Alport's, which affects your hearing, sight, blood pressure, and kidneys. This could have been slowed down tremendously if my dad would have known his family's medical history. But unfortunately, my dad's case was a little different due to him being adopted and not getting this full background. It's very important in general to know your family's medical history, but to have a smooth process in receiving an organ, it's vital to have this foundation. However, past medical information is good, but not always helpful. Like my grandfather, who had a liver transplant due to a liver disease called sclerosing cholangitis, which is a chronic long-term disease that would not be effective in knowing your family's genetic background because this is not hereditary. The only cure for this disease is a liver transplant. And like John 15:13 says, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. This is another reason why organ donation is so meaningful to me, and I hope you can join me in becoming an organ donor today. And I'm so sorry about earlier for pronouncing that word wrong. That is a very long word. And anyways, I hope that y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.